Okay, doing a series parallel switch today. As you can see, the housing's cracked. Some of the wires are broken inside. It's been out in the weather for the last 4 years or 5 years, but it has been under cover since 1983. So here's the new unit. Bought that off of eBay, shipped to my door for $88. Comes with an instruction sheet if you've never done one before, and looking at it as it is here. So this side goes to the circuit breaker and then crosses over and goes to the back side of your starter, which would be your ground. Then you've got the top side there is your negative terminal on your back battery, which is right there, and the bottom side is positive terminal to this battery. And then you've got this middle wire goes to one side. It's an earth for your second circuit breaker. This side here, which they say number 4, which would be this terminal, that goes to your starter, and that's the hot side. And then let's see here, then number 6, which is that one, that's an earth terminal. So all these are earths. And then that terminal right there is to your starting switch. So yeah, it's pretty basic. You've also got a wire coming off the bottom here. That is a power wire as well for the electronics in the cab. And with that being hooked up, you'll have 24 volts for starting once this slides in, because it's got it's kind of drawn over like a magnet, sort of like your Bendix on a starter. Once you hit the key switch, it pushes that in, makes contact, gets you your 24 volts to start the motor up, and then once you're done starting, it slides back so that you have 12 volts for all of your lights. So I'm going to go ahead and take this all apart and see what we have here. So let's see here. Of course, everything on this is rusted up. Unfortunately, don't have all my tools with me today, so I'm using hand tools, which, as all of you know, is the slowest way to do this. Don't be alarmed at doing one of these projects. I was real scared about jumping into this. But after getting the part in the mail and looking this over, it is not as daunting of a project as I first thought it would be. So I'm actually surprisingly comfortable with doing this. To get a brush. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. See, there's the guts of it. It's in pretty tough shape. Yeah, everything in there is just rusted out. Look at all that. Not very precious whatsoever. Okay, so where are we at? We got this guy. As you can see, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, believe me, you can do it. I mean, look at this. I'm using a small pair of vice grips to achieve this. Just, you know, going slow, make sure everything's on the right terminal. That one goes there. I'm just gonna hook them up, you know, kind of loose until I get it all together. Up this one. Don't want to reuse the old nuts. So I'm working on my friend's 1969 W900A Kenworth, and it's got a 365 Cummins motor in it. 5 and a 4, and he's super busy logging out on the west end. And to all you that are not from the area, the west end is term we use to for Forks. So Forks, Washington is where he's at. Maybe even just a little bit down towards Quinault. So he's super busy with that. He's up to his eyes in alligators, and I was going to buy this truck from him, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I can now no longer do that at this point. But I am helping him get it going so he can get it back to his house, because it's been sitting at a mutual friend's house for a while, and so yeah, it hasn't been running, and just yeah, helping them out, helping them get it going. And I really like old trucks, so I really want to see it operational and find a new home for it, even if that means it's not going to be around once I am able to purchase it. So that's what's going on here. Last terminal is always the hardest. Well, sometimes anyway. And this series parallel switch is held onto the side of the battery box via 7/16 bolts. So pretty easy stuff. I'll give you another view of this thing. It is just nasty in there. There was standing rust right down there. That was just gross. Wasn't doing its job. So, yeah. Glad we're able to replace this. Okay. Okay, that's the last one. There you go. That's it, all hooked up. Just gotta tighten up the nuts and away we go. And again, if you're uncertain, comes with an instruction sheet. So I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. And if you like what you see, subscribe and hit the bell on the end for all the updates. And if you're already a part of this channel, thank you very much for being here. Jump in the comments and let me know you're here. I'm having some problems with YouTube notification, and I don't know always when new subscribers join. So thank you very much. Alright, bye now.